guys, this is Princess from Functional Patterns. Today I'm going to take us through a myofascial release of the upper abdominals. But first, let's touch upon the science of abs. I'm sure some of us have attempted to do sit-ups, crunches, or leg lifts at least once, right? You guys ever wonder why, although these are already obsolete exercises, still are so popular? Because in the anatomy book, it says that the rectus abdominis, the six-pack muscle's main function, is to flex the spine. Kind of makes sense to do this exercise, but to question the crunch craze as part of a fitness training, the effects are going to be less than positive and mostly negative. Let's go back to the implications of improper posture. With our evolving culture, our body adapts to the present environment. Since most of what we do requires us to sit down, our body adapts or develops a postural imbalance we're too busy to pay attention to. I'm going to stress 3 dysfunctions associated with this adaptation involving crunches, leg lifts, and sit-ups. Number 1, from sitting, we adapt to the slouch position, where the thoracic spine draws forward from the sternum. This puts the upper abdominals in a shortened state. Over time, this will develop fascia all around this area, inhibiting the diaphragm to contract, restricting the rib cage from expanding, limiting our ability to breathe properly. If that's not your concern, because you're probably thinking, well, at least my upper abs are tight. Guys, these are just a small superficial layer of our abdominals. If we only do isolated crunch type activity, we're only going to create ab muscle imbalance due to a rare activity underneath. How about the transverse abdominis, the external and internal obliques, which are a big portion of our core that provide stability and engages during movement. Number 2, from sitting, or as we sit down, coupled with stress, this puts the hip flexors in an overactive state. When we do sit-ups and leg lifts, I'm just going to imitate it. We exaggerate the range of motion of sitting and stresses the hip flexors even further. If the rest of our abs are already weak, the tight hip flexor, the psoas in particular, will pull on the lower back where it originates from. This will then create an anterior pelvic tilt and a lumbar sway, causing lower back pain. Number 3, again, from this adaptation, we set our neck in an awkward position, like when we're driving, reading a book, or sitting in front of that computer for hours. Then we exaggerate it even further when we do sit-ups or crunches, whether we hold the head or not. We are risking strain or injury to the connective tissues of the neck, causing TMJ pain, headaches, and migraines. To release the upper abdominals, we're going to utilize a Theracane. A Theracane is a trigger point massager designed to break up tension even in the hardest to reach muscles. We're going to position supine with our legs flexed, making sure that there's no space in between the lumbar and the ground here. Tuck our navel in, and we're going to keep it in through this whole process to avoid breathing from the stomach. We're going to apply pressure, upward pressure, on one side of the rectus abdominis or the upper abdominals, just below the first rib, but away from the middle or the xiphoid process. And I'm just going to position the Theracane so you guys can see. Exhale the air out, and this will help the upper abdominals to relax. Take slow, deep breath through the thoracic. If this is your first time, you may want to take a light approach, as this release could be very sensitive or painful. And you may feel a referral pain in the intercostal muscles or the mid-back. Repeat this process for about 8 to 10 breaths, then switch to the other side. Again, exhale the air out. Apply upward pressure. Take slow, deep breaths. Then exhale slowly. After the release, then we can take the next step in engaging or activating the intrinsic core systems for stability during movement, along with the antagonistic engagement of the glutes and thoracic spine. Until next time, this is Princess from Functional Patterns, reminding you to work out intentionally, not habitually.